It's IBC 2023 and we're here in Hall 7. And, well, it's my turn. I'm privileged. I get to come to Brainstorm and speak to Miguel. Hi, how are you doing?
Very nice, Hamad. How are you?
Very well, very well. Day one, excited to be here. Lots going on, and you, as always, have a fantastic stand. And you're going to be giving us a little bit of a run through about what's going on.
Yeah, well, thanks for the compliment. I mean, we're very happy to be here. Of course, it's our 30th anniversary year. It's the 25th time we're exhibiting at IBC, and we're so happy to be in this fantastic spot and having you guys covering our
Always a pleasure.
Presence.
Yeah.
So yes, so we're as usual we're showing the latest stuff. We introduced a number of features back at NAB, and now we're developing those features and adding some more that will be interesting for the market.
There's always something new.
As it should be. Because I mean, we're an innovative company. This is an innovation industry by all means, and we need to keep the pace of innovation and higher end technology at every time.
Yes,
so as soon as the hardware allows for and the software allows for, we're very happy to push the boundaries of the technology and see what we can get.
Yes, and so we are going to have a look at the demo, which is always fantastic.
Yeah, thank you.
And we're also going to have a look at some parts of the stage, some parts of the stand that, you know, separate the different businesses that you operate, the different areas in which you operate.
Yeah, we have 3 different demo areas, apart from the main one, of course. Yeah. One dedicated to virtual production, which is the main buzz this year.
AR, VR,
XR, NER.
NER, any reality we choose.
Yeah, but the virtual production is an issue because it is an important thing today for industry. People is getting more and more into virtual production because they see the benefits of you going virtual in terms of cost savings, carbon footprint, sustainability, cost reduction. So everything apart from having great imagery and being able to put things in the screen that are not real, but they look real, perfectly real. This is an added benefit that can help companies to be more sustainable in the future. So it's a real issue. And we're showing a number of features, a number of tools with Infinity Set and other products that will allow that to happen. Yeah, apart from virtual production, of course, we're a graphics company. We've been 30 years in the business of real-time 3D graphics. And we are showing new developments for Aston, or graphics product, getting into more developed arena in terms of pushing. I mean, Aston is already a very high-end product, but it's still things to cover. We're showing special tools for esports, more tools for weather people or all the meteorologists that can now have their own tools to create bespoke maps and the shows as they wish, not just whatever comes from data. We are adding some more data as well. And also a very interesting feature for esports that is the ability to link with the games and extract data from those games and create AR elements with templates created in Aston that show the data from the games directly in a broadcast environment or AR or in a virtual environment like this one.
So you've definitely embraced this move towards. I mean, it's an enormous industry, esports.
Well, esports is a thing, and the thing is that they're trying to send to Earth things that are normally useful. I mean, typical things in sports, but they are trying to adapt the games to the sports transmission. So I think these kind of tools where you can extract data as you could from a football match or basketball match, whatever, you can extract data from the game and then construct the graphics depending on those data, and then use these new graphics as an AR element or a classification or anything that will help the talents to keep on going with the transmission, which is very interesting.
Very interesting. It's definitely an area to watch. Yeah. And so, last
but not least, is the presentation environments. I mean, we're creating the Edison ecosystem on top of Edison, so adding input devices such as an iPad to create video and tracking for the Edison, allow a number of additional tools that will help different presentations, regardless if it's an education environment, corporate, live events, anything that will involve a virtual presentation can be used with Edison.
Well, let's go and have a look, shall we?
Let's go.
Right. Thank you, Miguel, for that. And now I'm here with David, who's going to take us through the Aston Motion Graphics System as part of the Brainstorm ecosystem.
That's right.
And tell us a bit more about Aston. Where are you going?
Right. Well, Aston and the 3D graphics, motion graphics, which we do, is really at the heart of the company. Okay? And the Aston itself is really a family of products. So I think you've heard before that the Aston is an integral part of our Infinity setting configuration, providing the graphs into that. But it's also a standalone system. And it is, as I say, motion graphics, augmented reality content. It's actually part of our OEM suite of products. So we have third-party companies such as Dalet, who use our engine, in this case the Aston, within their own products, branded and sold. In their case, it's called Cube NG. So we had the Aston really right from almost the beginning of the company. As the render engine, the Aston name itself, we purchased the brand some years ago, and we developed it since then.
A classic.
A classic, exactly, yes. Now, so it's a very versatile product, as I say, for OEM, for integration with the Infinity set, for standalone, and for different applications. So here at the show, we're showing some new features here. There seems to be an increasing demand for weather applications and esports. So we are now able to show some weather applications where we actually provide services. So it's not simply an already built weather package there. So we'll provide, for example, the local Valencian TV station called Apunt, and we have offices in Valencia in Spain. They use our system. It helps, that does, yeah. And we're expanding out from there, and we're integrating with third parties to get international, global weather information and presented in a very attractive, informative way using the graphics from the Aston.
Fantastic. So it's an ever-evolving thing, and so is the world we live in. Entertainment and the broadcast of esports is massive.
That's right.
That must be a major step for you.
Yes, we're always looking for new areas, new diversifications, and of course it's driven by our clients as well. Esports, you mentioned. That is something which is growing exponentially. It's a massive industry in its own right. There's a lot of money in that business there. And so what we've done is we've worked with companies in that sector, in places like India, for example, where it's a big business, well, it's a big business everywhere. And using our Aston again to create content, graphics, to demonstrate what is actually happening in a battle scene, for example, a life which is ebbing away because they're being attacked or so. So it's demonstrated in a graphic way there.
Fantastic.
So that's, the Aston in a nutshell is very, very versatile. There's a family, as I say, so we have 2D as well as 3D. So we cover a whole range of different applications and price points as well.
Fantastic. So thank you very much, David. We're going to move on and have a look at the third part of the business. This is Immersive Events, and we'll see you over there.
Okay.
And I'm here with Ricardo. Just tell us a little bit about what you're showing here on your Immersive Events platform.
This is what it is. We call it Edison.
Edison,
like the inventor.
Okay. Fantastic.
And we have been for 30 years doing broadcast graphics, high-end, very high-end graphics.
Yes, of course.
This is what this exhibition is about. But we are diversifying the market. So the same technology that has been used by TV stations with very expensive equipment and a lot of people to be able to do it, now can be done with just a laptop and an iPad, as we are showing here.
As we're seeing here, this iPad is...
Yeah, so we can do all the XR and VR and augmented reality. What you see there is, imagine you have a PowerPoint or a PDF and you're going to go through your slides. You can show that in live. Miguel, can you go through the next slide? You can see I could be driving that. These graphics that you see, I can take it out and bring it to the camera.
So you can pull the graphic out.
Imagine I am an engineer and I am showing this to somebody and I want to explain all the components of this machine.
Okay, you're going right into the machine there.
And the the thing is, what we can add is, imagine you are in the factory or
Yeah.
you are in the street and you are explaining something around, as many presenters in TV do. When they have to say something, they go to the stadium. Well, I can be in the place where things are happening and do my presentation. So I could be in a factory now and explaining how we are manufacturing this. And I am in the factory itself.
So the applications are quite broad.
It's any kind of presentation. We do presentations every day, every time, and people are
It
doing
could be
presentations.
education, it could be museums, it could be engineering. It's
It can
any
be
kind of
corporate,
presentation.
can be corporate, can be education, can be schools, any place where you want to show something. Usually people have a PowerPoint. A PowerPoint is
Okay.
just a flat picture. Imagine just putting a PowerPoint here. 3D object is nicer, but any information that you want to show,
And interact with.
interact with that, of course, and you can do that from the right place.
Yes.
As TV presenters do all the time in the news. They always go to the war, they go to the stadium, they go to the factory to talk about something. You can do that with just an iPad and a laptop.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Now we're going to move on and have a look at some other parts of the stand here. We're here looking at virtual production.
Yes, indeed. This is Infinity Set working in a virtual environment. As we were there in a typical XR environment with a LED
Yep.
from Alpha Light, for instance, with amazing light from Ari, but everything that is going on there needs to be prepared, and that's where Infinity comes from.
Right. Okay.
And at this point, Infinity is an extensive tool. It's a hub of technologies, much more than a creator thing. It can do.
This isn't the engine. This is where people are creating the sets,
It's the
creating
engine where you
the
do
realities.
things. That's it. The realities, yes. Why not? I mean, Infinity Set has its own engine,
Yeah.
the Studio Render engine, but
Okay.
it can also work with Unreal 5 by
Okay.
all means. That's why we have these environments that everybody can see and say, okay, this looks like Unreal. Well, it is Unreal because we can work with that seamlessly, no issues at all. And on top of that, we can also place AR elements, include Aston graphics, which we will see in a moment.
Uh-huh.
These Aston graphics can be data-driven, so extracting data from somewhere else, inserting them inside the virtual environment, whether it's Unreal or not, and also include any other broadcast technologies such as tracking systems, MOS systems, databases, everything that you can think of can be inserted in the Infinity Set workflow.
Yeah. So you're always every year we've got some bit of news. Has anything evolved since whether it last IBC or last NAB?
Yes, of course, and we're still version 5. We'll change that in the upcoming months, but at the
Yeah.
moment we're introducing version 6 that will be
Okay.
available in a couple of months' time before the end of the year for all customers and of course whoever else wants to buy it. But all existing customers will benefit from the version 6 features
Cool.
without any cost.
Without any cost, even
Yeah,
better.
they have a supporting contract. They will be able to have this version.
Brilliant. Are we allowed to know what the feature sets are going to be, or is that sort of
No, I mean,
little
it's
bit-
pretty straightforward. I mean,
Yeah.
we were introducing step by step a number of features, going towards a more tighter integration with Unreal, more XR tools, about site extension, color correction real time with 3D LUTs, all the availability for multi-camera workflows, regardless is with using Ghost Frame or any other technology with multiplexing. We're introducing a plugin that works directly with Brompton Tessera, and so many little things that add up to create a fantastic tool such as Infinity Set.
fantastic? So, for more information, if they can't make the show,
www.brainstorm3d.com.